Hello guys, let us introduce our name. My name is Jean-Pierre,
My name is Stefanus Aditya.
and in this video we're going to tell you about our article in our progress test. In our article, we have made one article about consumer behavior in Indonesian online marketplace, and in our article we have choose one topic about the use of online marketplace website in Indonesia, a study of consumers' motive and gratification. And now, uh, Adit will tell you about an article in this our article.
Okay. Nowadays, e-commerce become the prominent trend and significantly grow around the globe. It is comprehensible as an activity of marketing product through internet by exciting information between the merchant and buyer. Another expert explained e-commerce as the use of internet and the web transaction business. In other words, e-commerce is doing trade or business transaction using internet and web as the media. Other experts state that e-commerce is the series of commercial activity partly or entirely using internet as the media of communication. This is mentioned partly or entirely because the activity are very varied. There are those who use internet as the media of trade activity from the product process, advertising, sales, payment, shipping, and bookkeeping. On the other hand, there are those who only use internet as the media of sales process partly. In Indonesia, e-commerce is often called online trading business. The rapid growth of online business has successfully attracted the interest of the public in Indonesia, even though it is still regarded as a new thing. It is also recognized by the Nielsen survey institution with the increasing number of advertising budget in online service category in television. Nielsen record in the first semester of 2013 advertising budget in online service increased to 18.2%, and in the same period in 2014 and 2015 it increased to 18.5% and 91%. Nielsen wrote there are 10 top player e-commerce player in television since 2030, such as Toko Bagus, Berniaga, Elevania, Traveloka, Tokopedia, Blibli, OLX, Lazada, Bukalapak, and Trivago. It assumes the phenomenon of e-commerce development in Indonesia is supported by the high number of internet users and consumer trend in this area. Nowadays, internet use has touched almost every line of business, every kind of industry and institution, and also has touched personal life of each user. Then There is no doubt that the number of users always get increased extremely from year to year. The major factor which contributes to this rapid internet growth is the potential of e-commerce or trade transaction through internet. Moreover, this is also reinforced by the argument that one of six internet user has sold something online. The other reason is internet can be used by market to reach their audience. Obviously, this also has real and relevant argument that is the good trade through internet is quicker to sell than over conventionally. According to one of the dominant factor which motivates people to do online shopping is convenience, saving time and money. The cheaper price and the money various choice. Japan and China are countries which have online marketplace in the top 10 in the world. The data show the popularity of online marketplace which surpasses online retail in e-commerce. For online consumer in Indonesia, this kind of online e-commerce marketplace give an opportunity for individual merchants or small medium enterprises to be able to compete in global trading. Whereas for the buyer, this kind of e-commerce provides a large choice of product. The buyers are able to compare the product with future provided by the market website. For instance, compare the price of the same product. Furthermore, the buyer also could read the review from other buyer about the merchants or the product, which could be used as reference to do transaction. The marketplace provide have a role as facilitator to facilitate legal meeting and transaction between the buyers and merchants by the help of internet as the medium. Competitive advantage in online marketplace generally does not come from offered product of the price by seller in that site, but comes from the various information and content in that marketplace website. The successful online business is generally measured by the high number of customers which use that site. The study of online shopping behavior notes that the information content on website is as important as the primary product that was sold in that website in producing shopping traffic. The initial reason for customer visiting the site probably was caused by random browsing done by consumer. Yet the content gratification could represent the consumer reason to keep the accessing the website. This could be understood as consumer perhaps coincidentally visiting the online shopping website. Yet there is a particular particular characteristic in the online shopping website, which motivates the consumer to stay or return to the website. From the explanation above, this study has an aim to discover consumer motives and gratification in using online marketplace website through use and gratification theory.
The internet has brought considerable change and innovation to our present life. This change has implications on many aspects of life. Two of them are the presence of online journalism and advertisement, with digital marketing or viral marketing. Internet as platform for new media provides the collaboration of some aspects such as between technology and social, political, and economic factors. Furthermore, explains that the major status claim as new media and probably as mass media in the internet. From several series of new technologies, internet appeared in the middle of 1990 as new media, carrying significant change as unification of text, visual, and audio media brings several advantages in human life. Online marketplace websites are one e-commerce form with a marketplace model. Marketplace is an electronic market performing buying and selling of goods and service. Marketplace is considered a provider of more online service, but the seller is not the site provider, but a member of who registered to the marketplace website to sell their products. The success of e-commerce with this marketplace concept is determined by the high number of sellers and consumers who join in the e-commerce website. There are two big e-commerce websites in Indonesia, namely those are Tokopedia.com and Bukalapak.com. Both sites take the first and second position in the type of online shopping website in Indonesia. These websites also have the same business model that is marketplace. Based on data from TV Ads 10 City in 2016, Tokopedia.com and Bukalapak.com are the providers of online service with the highest advertisement budget in TV, namely 165 billion rupiah and 128 billion rupiah. In communication theory, uses and gratification theory or UGT, pioneered by McQuail, Blumler, and Brown, generates the question of how and why a media is utilized and has the concern on viewers' gratification. Moreover, in this theory, it is assumed that the audience is active and conscious in selecting in the media. Audience are responsible for selecting media to complete their own needs. Media is considered as one of the factors how their needs are fulfilled. Based on this theory, media consumers have the freedom to decide how they use the media and are independent to select what media is able to fulfill public's needs, and also how the media will affect the public themselves. The media selection applies to all types of media, either print or electronic media. Generally, the basic assumption of UGT UGT or Uses and Gratification Theory focuses on media public, where the decision to use media is entirely in the hands of public, and until the end they could decide to use media or not at all. Public is considered as an active agent who already have a good media literacy and understand the expected gratification and opportunities. Eventually, media that can to fulfill audience needs is called effective media. The concept of consumer gratification divide into two. Those are motives which are required or called gratification sought, or GS, and satisfaction that is acquired or gratification obtained, or GO. People's satisfaction in using media is eventually measured by the gap or the deviation between GO and GS, gratification sought and gratification obtained. Gratification sought is the individual desired satisfaction in using certain media. The motive in using the media between one individual and another individual is different. The categories of users' motives based on are as follows. 1. Information motive is the motive that includes the needs of valuable and useful information from internet. The second, convenience motive is defined as the ease for internet user until the internet user considering convenience as essential motives to utilize this medium. Social interaction motive is the motive that refers to how far the internet users are willing to express themselves or having relationship with others in a virtual community. The fourth, entertainment motive is the motive that refers to how far the users look for pleasure, entertainment or joy when using internet. For the fifth or last, economic motive is the motive that defines how the internet users employ internet to shopping and purchasing motivation. This motive also defines the medium to perform electronic transaction. Gratification obtained is a number of satisfaction that is gained by individual users because of completing various needs after they access the media. This gratification is measured by the completion of initial motive of gratification, so which underlies the individual in selecting which is the most satisfying online marketplace website. The indicator of determining gratification obtained is the same with the indicator in measuring gratification sought. The implementation of use and gratification theory is fit to the internet users, namely more interactive and individual. Furthermore, also emphasize that the approach of internet would be more informal and interpersonal than the former type of internet. This line is in tune with Ruggiero's idea, which states that the primary strength of uses and gratification theory is its ability to permit researchers to investigate mediated communication situation via a single or multiple sets of psychological needs, psychological motives, communication channel, communication content, and psychological gratification within a particular or cross-cultural context. The growth of internet has resulted in the renaissance of uses and gratification tradition, when scientists more attracted for more than only knowing who uses internet become interested in why they use this new media. As a new media, Internet still relates to traditional media in terms of uses and gratification. In detail, people search Internet for news with the same way when they use another kind of media for necessity. Through those things, it is clearly visible that the media development offers people a multitude of different kinds of media choices with its own characteristic, which is different with media in conventional era, especially with active public concept, which is found in the research that uses and gratification theory, where people or audience is considered as active and selective individual and also have a particular purpose related to the media which attract them, which means individual or audience as social creator has selective nature in receiving message from the media. Uses and gratification theory is also appropriate to investigate the kind of site in Internet. This appropriateness is caused by many factors, such as active audience and interactivity, mutability, intentional consumption of Internet, and wide range of material online. According to the theory of uses and gratification, information gratification is a principal regulator which affects the users of particular media. Furthermore, the quality of information of a website has direct effect on the consumer's perception about the website. So they form a user's attitude toward the website. This is also supported by clarifying that media users considering the media's ability in delivering information needed is the fundamental reason to accept the media itself. The conclusion could be drawn that on an online marketplace website, the user's gratification in the motives of information, entertainment, and social interaction was achieved. Whereas in the motives of convenience and economic, the gratification of users was not achieved. The different gap value between motives and gratification of users in all dimensions such as information, convenience, entertainment, social interaction, and economic dimension resulted in an insignificant score. And so that is our article about consumer behavior in Indonesian online marketplace. And now we will answer the question about the problem of in our article and how could we avoid the problem in the future.
Why is this a problem? The problem in this article is how customer in Indonesia compare between using online shop through application or website. Indonesian customers feel that the use of online shop through either platform is not a problem because the real issue is how the online store can present information that is factual, accurate, and trustworthy. This is because many online stores in Indonesia are still unable to provide clear information.
And for the second question, how could we avoid this problem in the future? In our opinion, that in order to avoid such problems, sellers need to have a business awareness of the business they are running. Sellers need to realize this as the first step so that what they hope for can truly be realized in their business. Secondly, sellers need to provide clear information about the products they sell in the online shop. With clear information, consumers will be able to assess and look at the product being sold. Sellers also need to have a marketing strategy in the form of creative marketing techniques to attract the attention of consumers. From the consumer's point of view, consumers only need to ensure that the information and products to be sold can be proven true so that no mistakes occur in the purchase. So that is our presentation about our article. Just like that.
Thank you.
Thank you for your attention.
Si matur suwun.